Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we begin this lesson, we're going to give all praises to
To
Yahweh.
Yahweh by Shem, Yahshai by Shem Kakadash.
The honors go out to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom, wa barakim to you brothers and sisters out there. So, Great Millstone Nashville branch coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing is edifying. The title of this lesson is The Acts of Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
You got it up?
Oh, yeah, Salakia. I ain't know you was ready. All right, so this is John. I'm going to start with this John 14 and 10. It says, Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. So first and foremost, we're going into the miracle. So guess what? Yahweh Shai didn't come to do his own thing. The spirit of the Father dwells in him, and he's in the Father. Let's get that first, understood. He didn't do the miracles for vainglory. And first off, it wasn't no fucking witchcraft like have these niggas out in the world say even in the truth. Well, they're not in the truth, but they think they are. You got a lot of Israelites that think that the Lord did witchcraft, and that's bullshit. All right. The Father that dwells in Yahweh Shai, his spirit that's in Yahweh Shai, he doeth the works. You know, it says, believe me that I am in the Father and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very works' sake. And it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And ultimately, that happened with the apostles during the time, the book of Acts. The different miracles that was happening. And guess what? It's going to happen in today's time when the enemy shall come in like a flood. And the Lord lifted that standard. Some brothers going to have the spirit, the spirit to evade or to fight back. The Lord is with us, man, and Lord will be those men. You will either want to have powers to heal, to flee, or you have to be a martyr. You don't want to be no, or just be delivered. You don't want to be no 2/3. And I got one more. Let me see. I think this is John 6. Eyes messing with me. John 6 and let me see. John 6 and 30. I get the main point. 6 and 38. It says, is in red. It says, For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him that sent me. Salakia. Yeah. And so, hey, that's the main point. These different acts, the teachings, he's doing what the Lord basically commanded him to do, wanted him to do. All right. You got some up?
Yeah, I got the etymology of the word miracle, and it says mid 12th century, a wondrous work of God,
Mm,
marvelous event caused by God, which it really goes into that word. Uh, like if you hear somebody say that was miraculous,
mm-hmm.
like well, yeah, like right here, astonishing. Well, this says it goes into basically smile or laugh, which is what a miracle does. It's a good thing. A miracle is not
Mm-hmm.
a bad thing. You don't get healed and you're over here wishing that you didn't.
Right.
Mm. But another important thing to make mention of course, it's all the power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, but Yahweh Shai constantly pushed faith.
Mm-hmm.
So he healed somebody, he would tell them that their faith made them whole. If you didn't believe that he was the Son of God and you didn't believe that he could heal you, then you're not going to be healed. It's a
Right.
two-way thing. The Lord is not going to heal somebody. Well, I'm not going to say that, but the the point is It's about faith, and the same thing is going to apply today. Because I was going to say the Lord ain't going to heal somebody that don't believe in Him, but that's not true.
Right.
But it's about faith. So if we believe because basically we're apostles, which just means sent away. We're not going to have that title because that title is saved for men that have been laboring in for 3+ decades. They have that title, but we're all disciples of Yahawashi, and the Lord is going to grant certain men the abilities to heal and to fly and all these different things, all to glorify first and foremost the name of Yahweh and His Son Yahawashi. So I got this Isaiah 59:19 because you had quoted it. It says, "So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and its glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood," it's talking about Esau, Edom, basically coming down with great wrath, martial law troops, NATO troops. "The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." And there's going to be a lot of crazy, crazy things that we see out here that, we've only seen in movies. That Esau is going to bring out robot soldiers and shit, different creatures that he may have put together in a lab. All sorts of stuff is going to be trying to penetrate the secret place of the Most High, but nothing is going to prevail. But shit, that one scripture too.
No
What was it?
weapon.
No, the something like the. Hold on. He said it to Apostle Peter. The gates of hell shall not prevail against thee, or something like that. Yeah. Matthew 16:18. "And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter," which is in the Hebrew is Tazawaria, "and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." Which that even ties into Philippians 4:13. "I can do all things through Yahawashi which strengthened me." So that standard is going to be lifted. There's nothing that Esau Edom can do in a spiritual aspect or in a physical aspect to stop this truth or to destroy the men of the Lord. The Lord said that none of his men are going to be plucked out of his hand. The ones that Esau does get and puts to death is because that was written, because that was a trial of that man's faith that he's going to have to go through to prove his worth. Because we're all going to be tried at the end of the day. It's just everybody's going to have a different form of it. That's all I get for now. What you?
I got some. This is Matthew 17, real quick. Matthew 17 and I started. Let's see. Basically, this is going to Yahawashi and the man that had the devil or the evil spirit. I'm gonna read this real quick. Matthew 17 and let me see. Let me find it. I started 14. Yeah, Matthew 17 and 14. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him and saying, so this man was talking to Yahawashi. It said, "Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic." So he had a spirit on him, and sore vexed, for oftentimes he falleth into the fire and oft into the water. All right. It says, and I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Yahushua answered and said, "O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me." So his disciples didn't have the same faith as him. All right. Salakia. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna keep reading. It says, "And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour." So that's a great miracle. Keep going into it. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, "Why could we not cast them out?" So they came to the Lord. Basically, they talked to him on the side, but like, Lord, why we couldn't, cast them out? why we couldn't get this demon out. Verse 20, and Yahawashi said unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you. So what the fuck you talking about these faith-based, what they call it? Yeah, faith-based Israelite groups and so forth. You know, what's up with that? The scriptures is full of faith and, you showing your belief, you showing your works by what you believe in, your faith. What the fuck y'all talking about, man? Anyway, verse 20, and Yahweh shall say unto them, because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. All right. Um, and that's the main point I want to get. What's the size of what is a mustard seed? How small? It is very small, man. So the littlest faith you have, you can do great things with that through Yahawashi and Yahawashi, you know. And I had this Luke 8. I gotta find it. Luke 8 and let me see real quick. Salakia. This is Luke 8 and verse. Damn, where's it at? This is going to the woman that had a issue with blood. All right. Now I looked up something said she had hemorrhaging or something like that, and so she had basically a womanly problem. All right. Um, and to be honest, this same chapter goes into I think was the same guy. No, this was a different guy. I believe they had the evil spirits on him too. And this deals with the swine, and basically spirits ran into the swine, but I'm not looking for that. Well, here you go. This is what I say, Luke. Yeah, this is Luke 8 and yeah, and 42. Actually 41. It says, and behold, yeah, and behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler down at Yahweh's feet and besought him that he would come into his house. For he had one only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she lay a dying. But as he went, the people thronged him, so they was touching on his garment and so forth. And a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which has spent all her living upon physicians. Who's the physicians? The damn doctors. I believe doctor means to falsify. That's another lesson for another time. You know. Anyway, neither could be healed of any Salakia. It says came behind him and touched the border of his garment. So this is how much faith this woman had in the Lord. She touched his garment because she knew that this was the Lord. And all these other clowns that was around Yahawashi, the 2/3, they didn't have no faith, man. That's why, when it says that the multitude was thronging him, that was touching on them, grabbing on them, any disease they had, they wouldn't have been healed. They didn't believe on the Lord, man. It says, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stanched. So she was healed. And Yahushua said, who touched me? And look what his disciples say. When all denied, when all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude throngeth thee and press thee, and sayest thou, who touched me? So that's funny, man, because they around all these people, the people touching on the Lord and so forth, and all of a sudden the Lord like, hold on, who touched me? And he like, Lord, the people are thronging you, pressing you, but he knew that he had healed somebody, you know. Verse 45, and Yahushua said, somebody had touched me, for I perceive that virtue is gone out of me. All right, so I don't want to say this because it might seem like it's off, but basically it's like a I don't want to say a boosted energy. All right, Salaki, can you look up the word for virtue, Luke 8
Yeah.
and 46? But basically, I don't want to say it's an energy burst, but basically, you know, if you're a spiritual person, you know when something spiritual is happening, like when spirits come in the room, might get cold or something like that. But when this woman was healed, it basically felt like it was like an energy boost, like boom, like oh, somebody just got healed. It's like a I can't even explain it, man. But Lord will, when the brother go into the word, he'll explain what I'm going into. But basically the Lord knew that He healed somebody. All right, it was different from when everybody else was touching Him, man, because this woman had faith. Anyway, verse 47, and when the woman saw that she was not hid, she came trembling and falling down before him. She declared unto him before all the people for what cause she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith had made thee whole. Go in peace. So that her faith in the Lord had made her whole, man. And guess what? Who really did that? Yahweh. Through who? Yahawashi. So it was Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi who healed this woman through faith, man. She wasn't touching on this man, the Lord, just saying, oh, it's a man, I heard he can heal people. No, it was like, look, this is the Lord. I done spent my money on all these damn doctors. All that I have, I done spent on damn doctors. And they couldn't heal me. The Lord is right here in my face. This is the perfect time and opportunity, to heal myself, or Him to heal me, because she couldn't heal herself. And boom, she took that opportunity, man. It was her faith. You got something, brother?
Yeah, I got the word, and then I also got the NLT for it. This is
Okay.
Luke 8:46 in the NLT. It says, "But Yahushua said, Someone deliberately touched me, for I felt healing power go out of me."
Oh, yeah, that's what man.
And the word for virtue in Luke 8:46 is G14:11. It says, do namis, but when you look at it, looks like dynamic.
I was going to say that it sounded like dynamic. Wow.
It's spelled Dynamis,
Wow.
and it says strength, power, ability, um, inherent power, power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature, power for performing miracles, moral power, and excellence of soul.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
shit.
that's the point.
I mean, yeah, the power. He felt the power coming, like what I was saying, the energy boost, for lack of better terms, And so, yeah, that's man, that's beautiful. And then you got some scripts. I don't want to just keep grabbing what I got. You know,
You got
man.
Matthew, the ninth chapter, because I was going to start with that because it mentions that story, but I'll skip down below that.
Okay.
Um, so you just read that. Matthew 9:23. And when Yahushua came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they
Mm-hmm.
laughed him to scorn. Dumbass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. Thought she was dead. Guess
Mm-hmm.
not. Which she was. But Yahushua was basically saying she's not gone for good. She's just in the spirit realm.
Like in
And
a
he brought her
coma.
back. Yeah, essentially. Verse 26. And the fame hereof went abroad into all that land. And when Yahushua departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, "Thou son of David, have mercy on us." Which that's faith in itself, because they can't even see him, but they somehow followed him and knew he was the son of David. That's faith.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was coming to the house, the blind men came to him, and Yahawashi saith unto them, "Believe ye that I am able to do this?" They said unto him, "Yea, Lord." Then touched he their eyes, saying, "According to your faith be it unto you." And their eyes were open, and Yahawashi straightly charged them, saying, "See that no man know it." But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. So, like brothers constantly say, Yahawashi wasn't even trying to get clout for what he, what the actions, well, the miracles that Yahweh used him as a vessel to perform,
Mm-hmm.
to keep it on the low, because he was all about exalting the name of the Heavenly Father. And that's the way the men of the Lord are going to be in that day, exalting the names of Yahweh by Shemal Shai. This is Acts chapter 1 and verse 8. And this Yahweh Shai speaking to his disciples. Acts 1 and 8. But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. So the Lord is going to do that same, like, well, especially Eliatazak from Dallas, Great Millstone, Dallas. He always says we're in the book of Acts all over again. Well, really, all the apostles and elders have been saying that, but I just hear him say it a lot. We're in the book of Acts again, and that's how a lot of the multitude is going to come in, is through seeing these miracles, not only seeing them, but being those sick and maimed and all that, and getting healed. No, because especially like even when you think about certain people in the scriptures that were maimed and healed, that doesn't necessarily mean that their hand was just broken or their arm was just, deformed. It's that too, but somebody could literally be missing their arm and it grows back.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to believe these type of things, man. And to a lot of niggas,
Mm-hmm.
fantasy and it's bullshit. But you're not going to be one of the people that gets healed if you think like that.
Mm-hmm.
You can think what you want, but we walk by faith. It's
Not by
faith that we even say we're Israelites. That's faith. Nobody has the lineage records going back to whatever tribe. It's faith based. That's what the Lord is looking for. He was there's a scripture that he said, "Shall I find faith on the earth?" Only the elect have faith in Yahweh by Shemal Shai. Everybody else is a dumbass. Never mind.
yeah, you right.
No, I was going to say a whole lot more than that. But John 21 and 25, and it's the last one I got for now.
All right.
It says, and there, John 21 and 25, and there are also many other things which Yahawashi did, the which, if they should be written every one, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books that should be written. Amen.
Mm.
And that was the last verse of the book of John.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the works that Yahawashi did aren't even written because they were either too like they're too crazy to even put down in a book, or it's just and on top of that, there's just too many. So the Bible just records, well, this says the gospel records 37 of them, but we know it was way more than that.
Mm-hmm. And especially too when the world was being created, man,
But yeah,
all
that was it.
yeah, all these different things that the Lord played a role in, is no way in hell that it could contain, man, it ain't no man, and that's amazing because shoot, when the Lord come back and he reestablish, the nation of Israel, what all we gonna be doing, and I wanna spin off and say this, is Jake got the wrong concept about heaven, you know, and the righteousness that we'll have in the kingdom of heaven is Faith is going to be unlimited. Wickedness is limited. Righteousness is, man, you can do anything, especially when you have that power, you know. And I got something too. I guess we can close it out. Is I got this Psalm 110. Let me see. No, Slacky. Yeah, this is Psalm 110. It says, "Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and in the beauties, not in Slacky, not in Slack. I read back over. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness, from the womb of the morning thou hast the dew of thy youth." So it's gonna come a point in time where the Israelites that didn't believe on Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, they're gonna be willing in that time. They're gonna be willing to praise Yahweh Shem Yahawashi because brothers are gonna have powers to heal. They're gonna have powers to heal, to defend, you know, uh, uh, to shoot laser beams, whatever you niggas don't believe, man. When you see that come to pass in that day, you gonna know that it wasn't no witchcraft that we were doing. Only thing we was doing was preaching the words of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi to the best of our ability, and we give our life over to this, man. You niggas give your life over to bullshit. We gave our life over to Yahweh Shem Yahawashi because that's our foundation. That's our backbone. Is Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, and that's all we have. So you niggas can believe what you want to believe, but if you ain't believing in the Lord or believing in His Son, what's the point of you doing in this, man? Why you in this? Why you here? You know, damn. Look at the acts of King David and so forth. All that, man. It was through Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. Even King David, even basically, gave praise to the Lord for all that happening, man. So how much more in these times that we in now? The house of David is being risen up. We coming into some great times. The angels gonna appear. All that, man. Y'all niggas gonna be willing that day very soon. That's all I got to say, bro.
All right. Well, look, yeah, because especially, 'cause I think King David he jumped over a wall, and
Yeah.
then I think it's like there was one account where he had like broke steel or some shit. He bent it. I don't remember what it was, but then you got certain men, judges, that
Mm-hmm.
slaughter thousands of people, hundreds of people with the smallest object.
Mm-hmm.
On all it's not it's all divine intervention, man.
Yep.
Even that one story, it's not necessarily like anything crazy like spiritual power, but I imagine that he might have had like some sort of stealth. The man could have like in Call of Duty, there's like a perk where you have no like your footsteps don't make no noise. That one judge that went up in there and stabbed that fat Moabite king probably
Yeah.
had that shit. Nobody
Yeah.
heard
Yeah.
that motherfucker.
Man, he was
I
he,
mean,
he
he
was
went
a
out the window, but even that spiritual power, just a small, even like the spirit telling you different things, you being able to discern spirits, and like somebody may come up to you in your daily life and you automatically know what type of person that is. That's a form of spiritual power in itself.
yep.
So we already have spiritual power because the Lord has opened up our minds. So we can
Mm-hmm.
access a lot more than we could. We actually are tapped into the spirit, and it's only going to increase from there. Because when you're surrounded by 15 people and they got 3 magazines on their waist and a tank and a bunch of dogs, you're gonna need to be able to fly or run fast to get out of that. And it's not even about you doing that. It might be somebody that a brother flies down and just fucking avenges their ass, you know. And that's I don't give a damn if I don't get the power, man. Just
Right.
to witness that, that's intense. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yep. It's a faith booster.
Yeah, if you don't have faith after that, then you might as well just kill yourself.
You shouldn't be like you
Great.
should you shouldn't be like, oh, what about me? What? No, bro. Like that's the wrong time, wrong place. You might fuck around and get and get dealt with just for you doing that.
Yeah, you probably the brother that came down to save you probably put your ass to death.
Yeah.
After that stuff.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's
All right.
that's all. Yeah, that's all I got out.
Well, Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying to the elect before we close, giving all praises to
To
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi,
Yahawashi.
Ba'ashem, Takodash.
The honors go out to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom and abad the ball.
Blah, blah, blah.